No, I think 24 we finished. Maybe we don't. Yeah, we will
Oh,
have to.
24. Okay. Then I might have put in some other.
Anyway, I will look into that. When I look at this locus, I will.
Okay. Sure. So I can just
Okay.
put the sloka number 25. I can put it.
So now live is I put it live, Prabhu, now.
Okay, Guruji. Okay.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. I think maybe then 20 only we finished. I'll check it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatani. Om Jnanatymirandasya Jnana Vemagam Mahyam Dadati Swapnantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shiyuta Padakamalam Sirupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Ragunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kantara Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Shabanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripri Vancha Kalpatarbiascha Kripa Sindhubhi Vachapatitana Pavnebhyo Vaishvebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvara Paramaka Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaga Sarva Karana Karanam. Hare Krishna. Timit Prabhu, we finished up to 20 slokas only, Prabhu. So today we'll study from 21 to 24. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Guruji.
So Hare Krishna. By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest knowledge, where Krishna is teaching us everything what we need in this Bhagavad Gita. Now we are studying about Krishna's universal form, Vishwarupa. So this Vishwarupa, actually, we cannot find anywhere else. We cannot, of course, see Vishwarupa with our eyes. Or even the super soul who is seated in our heart. So we cannot even see our mind, intelligence, ahankara, all such things. Then what to talk about the Vishwarupa? So Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. That's what in the 9th chapter Krishna is teaching us in the 4th sloka. This entire world, this entire universe is pervaded by me in my unmanifested form. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. So that form Arjuna wants to see. So that is Krishna's universal form, Vishwarupa. So really speaking, in this universe, wherever we see, whatever we see, all these things, everything is Krishna's form only. But Krishna is using the word avyaktam. That is, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta. Avyakta means it is beyond the senses. We cannot perceive with our senses. That means you cannot see with our senses. So this about this avyakta, already we studied in the 8th chapter at length. Even in the 2nd chapter also Krishna used this word avyakta and all. So vyakta means manifested, means you can perceive with the senses. That is the main thing. Avyakta means unmanifest. So that means you cannot perceive with the senses. So in the 2nd chapter itself, We are already now studying every day in the second chapter about the soul. In one sloka, Krishna tells Arjuna that Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidanani eva tatra ka paridevana. That's what he says. Avyakta adini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidanani eva tatra ka paridevana. So that means in the beginning it was unmanifest. That is the soul. So that means not having a material body. So you cannot see, unmanifest, not having a material body. And then in the middle, it is manifest. So Vyakta Madhyani Bharat. Then at the end, it is again unmanifest. Avyakta Nidanani Eva. So that's what Krishna is saying that. Nidanani Eva. Tatraka Paridevana. Devana means why you are worried about it. So Krishna is teaching us that the soul is always there, but it is unmanifest in the beginning, and it's manifest in the middle, and again unmanifest at the end. So that's what is happening with all of us. So this one we studied at length in the 8th chapter, that in Brahma's one whole day, there is 12 hours of Brahma, we are manifest. So that is Vyakta. And then in Brahma's night, that means another 12 hours, the entire night, we are Avyakta, unmanifest. So, Sagasra Yuga Paryantam Aharya Brahmano Viduhu Ratri Yuga Sagasrantam Teho Ratra Vido Janaga. Sagasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyat Brahmano Vidugu Ratrim Yuga Sagasrantam Teho Ratra Vidojana. So that means 1,000 ages, 1,000 yugas are one day for Brahma. So we already know these calculations very well. It's just to recap. So that is one Mahayuga is known as one age, one yuga. So like that 1,000 Mahayugas. One Mahayuga is 4.32 billion years. So one Mahayuga is actually 4.32 million years, not billion years, 4.32 million years. That's what is one Mahayuga. So 432,000. So 432,000 years is actually one Kali Yuga. So 10 times Kali Yuga is one Mahayuga. So that's what 2 times Kali Yuga is one Dwapara Yuga, 3 times Kali Yuga is one Treta Yuga, 4 times Kali Yuga is one Krita Yuga. So now 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 10. 10 times Kali Yuga is one Mahayuga. So that means it is 4.32 million years. 432,000 times 10, that is 4.32 million years, which when we multiply that by 1,000, so that million will become a billion. So that's what the 12 hours of Brahma is equal to 4.32 billion years. That's what we are understanding. So now one whole night of Brahma is also 4.32 billion years. So during the day of Brahma, we are manifest. And when the night falls, we are unmanifest. So that's what Krishna is teaching us, that Avyaktat Vyaktayaga Sarvaha Prabhavati Aharagami Ratriyagami Praliyante Tatraiva Vyakta Samjnake. Avyaktat Vyaktayaga Sarvaga Prabhavati Aharagami. When the day comes, everything gets manifest, everything is created. When the night falls, everything gets annihilated. So that's what happens for Brahma. So that way, Bhutagramaga Sayevayam Bhutva Praliyate Ratri agame asagapartha prabhavati agaragame. Bhutagramaga sayevayam. This everything, all the material things, material wealth, this material universe, completely, whatever we see. Bhutagramaga sayevayam bhutva bhutva praliyate. Ratri agame avasaka partha prabhavati aharagame. So then a question comes. This universe, materially speaking, in our modern science, we know that about Big Bang. And the universe is keep on expanding. This material universe itself, we know that it's expanding at a very fast rate. So, and a question can be asked. In fact, this kind of question was already asked to me earlier also. Like, the current age of the universe is about 13.5 billion years. It's not 4.32, it's about 13.5 billion years. So, now, what we are understanding is that 4.32 billion years, when Brahma's night falls, everything gets annihilated. So, we also understand from Brahma Samhita that when Mahavishnu, we studied Brahma Samhita earlier also at length, each and every sloka we studied. So when Krishna, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, decided to create, he desired to create this material universe, then he himself expanded into Mahavishnu. So Sankarshana, so he has 4 different forms. So he expanded into Sankarshana form, expanded into Mahavishnu. So from Mahavishnu, he actually, from the pores of Mahavishnu, there are so many universes. We understand that, like golden sperms, golden eggs, which produced from his pores. So in which inside that everything, all the material elements are there, which is covered by golden shell. So that's what we understood. And then it was actually expanding everywhere. So now what we understand is that in each and every universe, there are billions and billions of universes. It's beyond our imagination. These numbers, when we say billions, means it's you can say trillions or whatever it is. It's beyond our imagination. So Mahavishnu entered into each and every universe, and he is known as Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. So first Mahavishnu, original Mahavishnu, Narayana, is Karanodakashaya Vishnu, then Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. Then from him, from his Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, all created. So that means each and every universe there is a Brahma. So these cycles are different. So that's why this universe age is 13.5 billion years. We agree, we understand. So now we are seeing so many galaxies. We are not seeing 1 or 2 galaxies. There are billions of galaxies. So there are billions of Brahmas. That's what we need to understand. There are billions of Brahmas. What Krishna is talking to us is about our Brahma, the Brahma for this universe, in which galaxy where we are in. So that's what Krishna is talking about. So that's what 4.32 billion years, it's getting everything annihilated. And again, after 4.32 billion, except everything gets created. So when the night falls for Brahma, everything gets annihilated. So when the day starts for Brahma, everything is created. So that means for us, we are kind of manifest, unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest. Every 4.32 billion years, we get manifest, and another 4.32 billion years, we are unmanifest. That's what is happening with us. So now we have got the opportunity right now to get out of this nonsense, not coming back to here again and again. So we have got a great opportunity now. If we focus on this Bhagavad Gita, if we understand this Bhagavad Gita very well and follow this Bhagavad Gita and surrender unto Krishna, so then we don't have to go through this nonsense of already we are changing bodies, life after life. So already this life itself is temporary. This life is going to come to an end. And it is next few decades, it's going to come to an end. That's it. It all depends upon our age. If we are 60, around 60 or so, maybe in the next 2-3 decades, maximum, if we are lucky, up to 100 years, that's it. But still, nothing is guaranteed. So it's all, either it is 3 or 4 decades, or 6 or 7 decades, like that only. When we talk, already I mentioned about this many times in the past, we have to calculate our life in terms of decades, not in terms of days. If we calculate in terms of days, it looks like longer. That also we calculated earlier. Even if we assume that if we can live up to 100 years, that is only 36,500 days. That's it. So that also we discussed in the past. But if we calculate in decades, so that 36,500 days actually is equivalent to only 10 decades. That's it. Only 10 decades, only 100 years, 10 decades. If we all think that we may live up to 100, because that itself is not at all sure. So that itself, the average age, we need to look at it. So it's not at all there. And even at the age of when a person becomes after 50s itself, all kinds of body will start giving all kinds of problems. Then we have to start taking medications. Then many of the people, they get into either blood pressure and diabetes and so many other medications and depend on that. And then at the age of 70, 75 itself, slowly our body is going to like it won't be very active. So then when we get into 80s and 90s and all, then what to talk about it? So there is a fact. So that way, this life is very, very temporary. We are understanding it now. Is the opportunity for us to understand this Bhagavad Gita and realize ourselves and get out of this nonsense and go to Goloka. That's what is very important. If we go to Goloka, we don't have to worry about anything. Because there, Krishna is teaching us that Paraga tasmatu bhavonyo avyakta vyakta sanatanaga yasya sarveshu bhuteshu nasyatsu navinashyati. So there is another superior nature, Paraga tasmatu bhavonyo. So that is eternal. That is free from avyakta and vyakta. That is always there. Avyakta, vyakta, sanatanagam. Yasya sarveshu bhuteshu nasyatsu na vinasyati. When all the living entities are annihilated in this material world, that is not disturbed at all. Na vinashyati. Avyakto kshara ityuktaha tamahuhu paramam gatim yam prapya nanivartante taddama paramam mama. So that is known as avyakta and akshara. It's unmanifested and infallible. So that's what it is, an indestructible, it's unmanifested. So that's what avyakta akshara ityuktaga. It is known as avyakta and akshara. Tamakuku paramam gatim. So that place is known as the supreme destination. So yamprapya na nivartante taddama paramam mama. Anyone who reaches that place will not come back at all. That is my supreme abode. Yamprapya na nivartante taddama paramam mama. That's what Krishna is teaching. So that is Krishna's supreme abode. If we go there, we are not going to come back here. So that's what we need to understand. We need to understand that we need to go there. We need to make use of this life to go to Goloka, Krishna as well. So we don't want to struggle in this material world forever. So now we understand what's happening. This is a science. This is a perfect science. We need to understand. So we should not be taking birth again and again in this material world. We should go to Goloka, and we can go to Goloka simply by studying this Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Simply by studying this Bhagavad Gita, following this Bhagavad Gita, we'll go to Goloka. It's happening. Krishna's mercy, it is happening. It will happen. We will go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. So now we are by Krishna's mercy, we are understanding about Krishna's universal form also, how it looks like. We don't have divine eyes to see that but we have divine opportunity to understand it. So that is the main thing. Even though we don't have divine eyes to see Krishna's universal form, which no one has seen other than Arjuna, that's what Krishna says. But we have got that divine opportunity to understand Krishna's universal form very well with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because Arjuna, whatever he saw in Krishna's universal form, he is telling Krishna. So he is narrating, he is explaining. And now we are able to study and understand. So we have finished 20 slokas. So we understood earlier, like Arjuna was telling Krishna that you are everything, I see you everywhere. Anadi Antaviryam Anantabhagum Sashishurya Netram Pashyami Tvam Deepta Kutasavaktam Swatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. So you are without beginning, middle, or end. So you are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. That's what Arjuna is saying. So then in the next sloka, sloka number 20, what we finished last week, Arjuna told Krishna that Dyava Prithivyoridam hi Vyaptam Tvayaikena Adbhutam Rupam Ugram Tavedam Lokatrayam Pravyatitam Mahatman. So you expand from the sky to the earth, everywhere, Dyava Prithivya. So although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between, O great one. Seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed. So that's what we finished up to 20 slokas. So now the next sloka, sloka number 21, Krishna Arjuna is continuing that Ami Hitvam Surasanga Vishamti Kechit Bitaga Pranjalayo Granamti Swasti Tuktva Maharishi Siddha Sangaga Stuvanti Tvam Stuti Bigi Pushkala Bigi. So Arjuna is saying that now I am seeing that all demigods with groups of demigods, Sura Sangha, Visanti, they enter into your universal form. Some are afraid. So Kechit Bitaga, so with fear. So Pranjalayo Grananti. So they are offering with folded hands. Pranjalayo, with folded hands, they are offering prayers. So Pranjalayo Grananti. Swasti Tuktva Maharishi Siddha Sangaga. So Maharishis, Siddhas, Siddha Sangaga. So the great sages and the perfect beings, so Siddha Sangaga, they are saying that all peace, Swasti. Swasti means all peace. Uktva, saying. So they are speaking, they are saying that all peace, all peace. So like that. And Stuvantitvam. So they are singing hymns. So Stuvanti. So they are glorifying you. So Stuti Bigi, that's what with the Vedic prayers, Stuti Bigi, Pushkala Bigi, with Vedic hymns. So that's what they are singing Vedic hymns, glorifying you. So that's what Arjuna could see there in the universal form. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them very much afraid. Kechit Bitaga are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings crying, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. So that's what Arjuna is saying, what he was seeing in Krishna's universal form. Then in the next shloka, shloka number 22, Arjuna is saying it. Rudraditya vasavo yecha sadhya Vishveshvinau marutaschosma pascha Gandharva yaksha surasiddha sangha Vikshante tvam vismitas chaiva sarve. Already Krishna said in the 10th chapter that I'm the Adityanam, Maham Vishnu, Rudranam, Sankaraschasmi, Vasunam, Pavakaschasmi. So like that, many things, Marichigi, Marutaschasmi. So like that, Aswini, all those things that I see every of them. I see all the Rudras, Adityas, Vasavas, Sadhyas, Vishves, Viswadevas, Aswini Kumaras, and Marutas, Maruts, and forefathers and Gandharva. Krishna is also saying that Gandharva Nam Chitra Rataka. So Krishna is saying that. So I'm seeing all the Gandharvas, Yakshas, Yaksha, Kuvera. Krishna said that I'm of all the Yakshas, I'm Kuvera. So all those things, everything I'm seeing, Siddha. So Siddhanam Kapilo Munigi. That's what Krishna said in the 10th chapter. So I'm seeing all the Siddhas, Siddha Sangaga. Vikshante Tvam Vismitascha Eva Sarve. They all think you in. So that's what Arjuna is telling. So they are all the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Saryas, and the Visvadevas, the two Ashish, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, and the Yakshas, and Asuras, and the perfected demigods are behold in wonder. That's what Arjuna is telling, that he is able to see in Krishna's universal form. So now next, Arjuna is continuing the next sloka, sloka number 23. Netram Mahabaho Bahubahurupa Udaram Bagudam Strakaralam Drishtva Lokaga Pravyatitas Tatakam. That's what Arjuna is saying there. So your form is Mahat, means great. Your Rupam Mahati, great form. The form, very, very great. Bahuvaktra Netram. Bahu means many. So Bahudaram, Bahu, already we studied. Same thing Arjuna is telling again, that Bahuvaktra Netram means with many mouths and eyes. That's what faces. Vaktra, faces and eyes. And Mahabahu, Bahubahuru Padam. Bahu means again many. Bahuru Padam. So Bahu means arms, thighs, and Pada is thighs. Uru is the bellies. So everything. So Uru is thighs. So Bahu, arms, thighs, and Padam, legs. So that's what. Bahu Bahuru Padam. Then Udaram. Udaram is the bellies. So Bahu Udaram, Bahudam Stra Karalam. So in all these things, Arjuna is suddenly saying that Bahu Damstra Karalam. Horrible teeth, many horrible teeth. So that's what now Krishna is seeing in Arjuna. Arjuna is seeing in Krishna's universal form, many horrible teeth also. It's not very peaceful to see. It's very disturbing to see, very, very fearful to see. So that's why Arjuna is telling you that Drishtva Lokaha Pravyatitas. Everyone is perturbed, disturbed, including me. So that's what, even me, I am also Pravyatitaga Tatha Aham. I am also very disturbed. That's what he is saying, that Almighty Armed One, all the planets with their demigods, seeing your great form with its many faces, arms, they are disturbed. So am I. So that's what Arjuna is saying here. So that means Arjuna is actually seeing in this universal form, actually, he is seeing all others are disturbed. That's what he is seeing, that all others are disturbed. But Krishna very clearly told Arjuna that no one has seen this universal form other than you. But Arjuna is seeing in the universal form, others are disturbed. So that is the main thing. So others are all disturbed. So that doesn't mean that everybody else is seeing Krishna's universal form. That's what we need to understand that. So that's what Arjuna is able to see, that everyone in this material world is actually all the time in our life, every time, most of our life, we are always under constant fear only. Every time we are always, because our existence is itself is very temporary. So it's just your body, let's say a bag with filled with the blood and flesh. That's what our body is there. So if a big hole is punched, if the blood goes out, then that's it. So like anything happens, correct? So if an accident happens or something, if the blood just leaves, that's it. If there is no blood, we are going to die. And if heart is also not going to work correctly, if there is any problem, the heart has to beat. It has to beat in a rhythmic way. If there is a problem, if it becomes arrhythmic, not rhythmic, arrhythmic, so then it's a problem. So then it's going to be, we are going to be in trouble. So like that, there are a lot of issues are there. So our body itself is just a machine. We are always under fear only. We are always very restless. Only we have to be a devotee of Krishna and fully depend on Krishna to be very peaceful. Otherwise, we are always disturbed only. So that's what Arjuna is able to see. So, O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I. So, in the next sloka is continuing there. Nabasprisham deeptam anekavarnam vyathananam deepta vishalanetram Drishtva hi tvam pravyatitantaratma Dhritim na vindami samam cha Vishnu. Now Arjuna is telling his real situation there. By seeing the Nabhas Prisham, Vyavo Prativyama. That's what we studied in the previous sloka. Here Nabhas Prisham. Nabha means sky and touching the sky. Nabhas Prisham means touching the sky. It is Deeptam Aneka Varnam. So it's glowing. Deeptam means it's glowing with many different colors. Glowing with Aneka Varnam. Your universal form is touching the sky and glowing with many colors. Vyathananam Deepta Vishala Netram. Vyathananam with wide open mouths, and Deepta Vishala means great eyes. That is glowing eyes. Great eyes actually. Deepta Vishala Netram. Tistvahitvam pravyatithantaratma. By seeing this, I'm very much perturbed, and now I'm not very steady. Dhritimna vindami. I'm not able to be steady. And samamcha Vishnu. I'm not able to have that equanimity, tranquility, mental tranquility. Samamcha Vishnu. So I'm not able to be steady. That, oh, all pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. So that's what Arjuna's situation in the battlefield after seeing Krishna's universal form. So Arjuna wanted to see Krishna's universal form. And Krishna, when he showed universal form, now Arjuna is actually in the beginning saying that everything, there is no beginning, no, and now things are getting difficult for Arjuna to see Krishna's universal form. So that's what we are understanding. By Krishna, we have successfully finished 24 slokas in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Another 6 slokas, we will be understanding the complete knowledge. We'll be getting the complete knowledge about
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
We lost your voice for just 2-3 seconds, but now it is okay. Please continue.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामी नाम जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Timir Prabhu
Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Ravindra Goyal Prabhu asks, Hare Krishna Guruji, purport of verse 20 suggests that the universal form was seen by residents of three loka. This may be explained a bit more. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so that's what we need to understand. Like Lokatrayam Pravyatitam. So what he is saying, that he is able to see, Arjuna is able to see in Krishna's universal form, everyone is better. That's what he is able to see, like as I was explaining during the lecture also today. So that doesn't mean that everyone has got the divine eyes to see Krishna's universal form. So that's what we need to understand. So Arjuna is seeing in Krishna's universal form, everyone is Loka Trayam Pravyatitam Mahatman. So Drishtvaadbudam Rupam Ugram Tavedam. So that's what Arjuna is telling, that he is able to see everyone is disturbed. But we know that very well in the 11th chapter also, towards the end also, Krishna is telling very clearly that no one else other than you has seen this form what I am showing it to you. But Arjuna is able to see that in the farm everyone is disturbed. That's what, seeing everyone disturbed. So like that only Arjuna is able to see there. So that's what I was explaining also today during the lecture. We are also in this universe. Every time we are fearful, we are disturbed about everything in this material world. So many ways, different ways. Each and every moment, we are always under constant fear only. So that is the main thing. So that's what Arjuna is able to see here. So Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji, for a wonderful class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
You have rightly said. Actually, it may not be true that everybody in the three loka cannot see the universal form, but only a few real devotees, they must be able to see with the mercy of the Krishna. And
Yes,
and even in this Bhagavad Gita, the 77th verse of chapter 18, where Sanjay himself says that he could see the universal form with the mercy of his Guru Vyasdev.
No, there also he said that he was not saying that he could see the universal form. He said that he was able to hear it. That's what he was saying, that Vyasa Prasada Shrutavan Etat Guhyam Aham Param Yogam Yogeswarat Krishnat Sakshat Kadayataga Swayam. So he is saying that Shrutavan means he was able to hear only. So even Sanjaya didn't see Krishna's universal form fully. So that's what we need to understand. Yes, bro.
So that way, whatever he has listened, only on the basis of that, he could imagine what kind of a universal form.
Yes, he was able to hear what all Arjuna is telling about that. That's why Sanjaya's explanation of the universal form also, Aneka, everything, Divya Baranam, Divya Malyam Bharataram, Divya Gandhanulepanam. So like that only he was saying that. Sanjaya never said that Damsra Karalam, all such things, kind of horrible teeth and all those things. Sanjaya didn't say.
So
yes,
only by listening, whatever he could understand, that only he could realize, and he was feeling happy about it.
Exactly. Yes, bro.
And Guruji, one more thing I have noted, that in the same verse 20, it says that although you are one, but you are pervading the whole space between the earth and the
sky. Yeah.
So that is again showing that this Krishna is pervading everything outside and inside the individual.
That is correct. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Krishna is everywhere.
Okay, right.
That's what we should be able to realize. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji. We are now able to correlate the different verses, and we are able to reinforce our affirmations with your kind guidance. Thank you very much,
Yes,
Guruji.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. There are no more questions, Guruji. So thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare.
Thank you so much, Guruji,
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
for wonderful class. No
Hare
questions.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Maini Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
No questions today. Thank you for the wonderful class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna,
Thank
Prabhu.
you. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank
Hare
you for
Krishna.
today. No questions, Guruji, for today class.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji. Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Shivakumar Mataji, Hare Krishna. Venkata Nagarjun Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
We understood everything, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Suresh Tabi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And Guruji, in this the last this thing was you said the Vishnu is there. Like how this Vishnu has like they realized in between that Krishna is a form of Vishnu, or how is that? Can you explain, please?
No. Vishnu came from Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Vishnu is a form of Krishna, not Krishna is a form of Vishnu, Prabhu.
Acha, Vishnu is a form of Krishna. Okay.
That is correct. Yes, Prabhu. Krishna is the Adi Purusha. Govindamadi Purusham Tamagam Bhajami. So from Krishna only Vishnu came. Yes, Vishnu is an expansion of Krishna only. And there are also three Vishnus are there. Mahavishnu, there is Karnodakshaya Vishnu, then Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, then Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, like that. So all Vishnus are expansions of Krishna only.
Okay, Guruji. Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vrinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. The volume
Krishna.
is very low from my side. I don't know why. Anyway.
All throughout the lecture, was it like that only from
Yes,
Mataji?
it's
Or
very
only?
low. On my phone, even in spite of having the full volume, it's like very low. I cannot hear really.
I don't know if it was with all devotees. I have no idea, Mataji, because I'm directly doing it from my phone. Maybe from my side some issue, but I don't know if other devotees were able to hear fine, then maybe problem with your side.
Maybe.
We'll find that. Yes, ma'am.
Correct, Guruji. Anyway, nice. I could hear the lecture.
Yes, ma'am.
So this universal form of Krishna, Guruji, why did you say that the teeth were very horrifying? So what is the significance that Krishna is trying to portray?
We are going to study in the coming slokas about that. Even Arjuna himself is going to ask Krishna that, please tell me who you are. What is your mission? So I don't know what your mission is, that you please tell me. So Krishna says that I am the time, the destroyer of all the worlds. So Krishna is the time. So that's what which destroys everything. So that's what is the significance, Mataji. We will understand that.
Yes, because for a moment it was in spite of having and heard all his opulences, suddenly that terrifying and horrifying appearance is coming. So
that's correct. In the next few slokas, next all slokas like that only, Mataji. Yes, Next 6
Yes.
lokas.
Yeah, but so what are these 3 and 4 types of Vishnu expansions? What is the meaning of that basically? The 3-4 types of Vishnus you just
No,
said?
3 types of Vishnu. That's how this universe is created. That's in the Brahma Samhita it comes, Mataji. We studied it in Brahma Samhita. That's how the universe, material universe is created. So first from in Goloka, Krishna is there. Then from Krishna, the 4 Murtis, and then from Sankarshana, Mahavishnu is created, and from Mahavishnu, that is, he is also known as Karnodaksha Vishnu, then Garbhodaksha Vishnu. From Mahavishnu's pores of the skin, a lot of golden sperms were coming out, and many universes have been created, and he entered into each and every universe. So like that it comes, yes.
Okay, Guruji. So it's not really, so knowing that he's the expansion in all these is enough to know.
That is correct. Krishna is the expansion of everything. That's what we need to know. Yes, ma'am. Krishna is everything. As long as we know that Krishna is Adi Purusha. So that's what Govindam Adi Purusham Tamagam Bhajami. That's what Brahma is saying, that Govinda is the Adi Purusha, I worship him. So that's what we should also do. Yes, mother.
So when we say Adi Purusha, we mean the eternal self, higher self.
Original Adi means beginning, original Purusha, original supreme, primeval Lord. Yes, mother.
Correct, Guruji.
Adi Purusha.
Very nice.
Yes, mother.
Very nice. Thank you, Guruji, for explaining and clarifying. Thank you so much.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna. Palaniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Rama Hare. In every day, one of
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. I think your voice is broken, Prabhu. I'm not able to hear you, Prabhu. Palaniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Palaniappan Prabhu. I don't know if it's a problem with me or with your phone. Roma Rai Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna
you so
Mataji.
much. Thank you so much, Guruji. Dandavat
Thanks.
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranams Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes,
Bewildered
Mataji.
by Krishna's Vishwarupa form now becomes speechless, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji.
So much we are under.
Yeah.
It's Krishna's mercy. Yeah. Yes,
Guruji. Very Krishna's mercy, really. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Shashi Kopat Mataji, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Sumanti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I think you got muted again. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know why you keep getting muted, Mataji. You are able to now unmute, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guruji. I'm able to hear.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you for this wonderful class, Guruji.
Thank
It's
you.
always very amazing to hear about the origin of the universes and how everything started and how it is going on. So one question that I have, Guruji, you were mentioning that for half of the time we are in Avyakta form, that is unmanifested form. The 12 hours of Brahma, we are in manifested form, and 12 hours in the unmanifested form. So
Yes,
it is the
Mataji.
same soul that it is in the unmanifested form and then comes into manifested form as some human being or some animal, is it?
That is correct. Yes, Mataji. So the same soul, ourself only, the soul, it becomes dormant for 12 hours of Brahma. That means 4.32 billion years. It cannot get any body at all. It is inactive. Basically, we cannot, as long as we are inside the body, then we studied yesterday also how Maya is putting us inside the body, and then with body everything is operated like a robot. All those things we studied. So that is happening only when Brahma's day. When Brahma's night comes, then the soul is not having any body. It is just idle. So Krishna is teaching in the 9th chapter that Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam Kalpakshaye Punagastani Kalpada Srijamyakam. So Kalpakshaya means the end of Brahma's day. Kalpa Kshaya. Brahma's one whole day is known as one Kalpa. This 1,000 ages of Yuga, these 1,000 Mahayugas are known as one Kalpa. So Kalpakshaye. Kalpakshaye means when the Kalpa is ending, Kalpa is finished. So at that point of time, everything enters into my nature. Then Kalpa Adav. Kalpa Adav means beginning of the Kalpa. Srijamyakam means I create them again. So that's what is happening. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. And over all these millions of years, you are saying we can be taking many forms.
Yeah, in this billions of 4.32 billion years, we are taking many forms. Yes, we are keep on dying, changing bodies. That's what is happening. So again, when Brahma's night falls, another 4.32 billion years we are dormant. And again, when Brahma's day starts, and again we will be taking forms like many times. So that's why Krishna is teaching us in the 14th chapter, 2nd shloka, that so idam jnanam upashitya mamasa dharmyam agata. If we take shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we will attain Krishna's nature. So at that point of time, sargepi nopajayante pralaye navyadanticha. So sargepi means when Brahma's day starts, when this material world is created, we won't take birth here. Nopajayante. We won't come here. We won't take birth here. And when the pralaya happens, when the material world is annihilated at Brahma's night, nothing happens to us. We are navyatantite. We are not disturbed. So that's what pralayam. So sargepi nopajayante pralaye navyadanticha. So that's what when you go to Krishna's well, Goloka. So that can happen simply by surrendering into this Bhagavad Gita. That's it. By taking shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That's what we are doing right now. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Guruji. And when each yuga changes over, there is no, it just changes over without any other thing happening, right? Like Kali Yuga started around 5,000
No,
years.
Krishna will come. At the end of every yuga, Krishna will be coming.
Oh,
so
okay.
at the end of Dwapara Yuga, Krishna himself directly came. At the end of Kali Yuga, Kalki is going to come. So that's what Krishna is saying, Sambhavami Yuge. So I will appear in every yuga. So at the end of every millennium, Krishna comes. Yes, Mother.
Okay.
So yeah, he already says that I will come here, correct? Paritranaya sadhuna minasaya saduskritam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge. So that's what.
Yeah. Okay, Guruji. This whole concept of time also is really very amazing. Because in Satya Yuga, people are supposed to have lived for like 10,000 years or more, right? In every age, people, their age also was different.
That is correct. In each yuga, the number of years we live also changes. Now in Kali Yuga, our age is limited, and towards the end of Kali Yuga, it's going to be even much smaller. Yes, Mother.
Okay.
That's also correct.
Yeah. All right. Some questions I had was again regarding whether the Earth was also revolving around the sun at a slower compared to our time scale. Was it slower at that time? Things like that also I had a doubt, but I will ask it the day, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, those things. Not to that detail.
Yeah, not necessary to go into that. More science related.
Yeah, it's science only, but we don't about that in Bhagavad Gita. It is not given specifically.
Let's not get into that. Yes, Guruji.
Yeah, but we can put it that way also. Yeah, that way or whatever it is. Yes, Mataji. These things are all But whatever it is right sun at which Earth is there, and the way it rotates itself, and all those things. Without that, there is no life in this Earth. If there is no moon for the Earth, there is no life. If there is no sun, there is no life here. All these things depends on everything, correct? So
Yes, yes.
that's why.
The entire thing is so precise and so beautifully
Everything is a perfect
orchestrated. Yeah,
design. Everything is a
absolutely
perfect design.
amazing. Yeah, that never
Yes.
fails to amaze me, Guruji.
Yes.
Yeah.
The probability is really, really very, very minute for such thing to happen. Unless if it's a design, it will never happen like that. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
We are
Guruji.
at a perfect place to live. Yeah, it's all Krishna's mercy. Yes, mother.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much for the class. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Sachin
Guruji.
Ko-
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Mataji.
Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you once again,
Hare
Guruji, for today's
Yes,
class.
ma'am.
I just was thinking about when Arjuna saw the universal form of Krishna, he was also able to see the host of the saints and also the demigods. So, who exactly are the hosts,
Yes,
Guruji?
yes. Yeah, everything, all the things, Indra, Chandra, Surya, everyone, all the demigods, yes, Mataji. Everything he was able to see, all the great sages, Maharishi, everyone, Siddha Sanghas, he was able to see everyone, Rudra, Aditya, Vishnu, Vaishyas, that's what, Rudra, Aditya, Vasus, Marichis, like that. Marus, like that he was able to see everyone. Whatever in the 10th chapter, Krishna said that he was able to see everyone, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, everyone. Yes, Mataji.
I thought host is like somebody comes and stays there. So then
Oh,
maybe
not like that host. It is like a host of demigods, means like a group of demigods, like all them, something like that. It is not like we are having a host at home. Not like that. Yes, in fact, all the demigods. Yes, Mataji.
okay.
He was able.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji.
Like
And one more
Gurupa.
question.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji.
One more question regarding the soul, the dormant souls. So where exactly are these dormant souls? The location of it, like, is it nearby Brahma? Because Brahma is the creator. So is it
No, it
that
enters.
is the entire universe?
It enters Krishna's nature. That's what Krishna is saying there. It enters into my nature, correct?
Okay.
So it enters into Krishna's nature when the Kalpa ends, and again it's created by Krishna. So everything. So Sarvabhutani Kaunteya Prakriti Yanti Mamikam. So they will enter into my nature. That's what Krishna is saying. So then
Yes,
again
Guruji.
everything is created again. Everything is created, annihilated, created, annihilated. That's what is happening. Yes, Mother. This material world.
Yes, Guruji. It's very
We
amazing.
think
Guruji.
we think that we are this matter. That is our foolishness.
Yes, very true, Guruji.
That is, yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you
Hare
so much
Krishna.
for the explanation. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for a wonderful class, wonderful lesson. And through you, we are seeing the Krishna's Vishwarupa, the vastness of the Lord Krishna. The wonderful darshan of Lord Krishna through you. And we were discussing about the Brahma's day and night, and you can imagine the vastness of this time scale. Though it is not, my doubt is not in the Bhagavad Gita related, but automatically one question comes in my mind that we are at this stage in Manvantara, Kali Yuga, so much time has passed, and the Kali Yuga, so much time has been elapsed. The doubt, the question comes in my mind: who keeps the track of this data time? How much time has passed? Because our life is so short in that vastness. that it is unimaginable how we are able to count. In the scientific world also.
That's why Krishna knows everything. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna that I know everything. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna kani aham veda sarvani natvam veda parantapa. Both you and me have taken many births in the past. I know all of them, but you don't know anything. That's what Krishna is saying. Krishna knows everything. Krishna is pervading everywhere. Yes,
that is true, sir. That is reflected also in our scientific study. Also, we are through carbon dating and that time clock, we are ascertaining that date of time of the rock and flora, fauna of those times. But again, the question comes in my mind that what is the current time? And this much time has elapsed in Kali Yuga, and people are writing those things. Like, this much time has passed, and this has to be passed. How this? It is amazing that how this thing is regarded by materialistic people in this world.
No, it's not even materialistic people. It is also, for example, Vyasadeva is a literary incarnation of Krishna only. Vyasadeva. Krishna himself says that. Muninam apyaham Vyasaga, correct? I am the of all the sages. I am the yes. So he was saying that I am the Vyasadeva, correct? Vyasamuni. So that way, Krishna, Vyasadeva himself is a literary incarnation of Krishna only.
So you mean to say that in the form of Vyasa, who is writing all these scriptures and like that and counting those things, he is in his form. Doing all these things, because it is beyond our capacity to ascertain the time and elapsing time.
Exactly. Krishna gives the knowledge. Krishna is sometimes Krishna himself is incarnation. Himself is doing. Sometimes he is he shows up. He shows his influence through others also. So like that it happens. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Palaniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. See, in this today's class, you said that we are always with the conscious fear in our mind, that any moment can create a problem to our body or to us. So that is a very interesting thing, which we never realize. If somebody else says only, we realize. Otherwise, day-to-day life, we get up, do the regular work, and then Hare Krishna, but we don't realize this thing in our mind that we are always in problem. Only when some problem comes, only we realize, yes, immediately we remember some God or Krishna or something like that. Otherwise, this materialistic world is such that Maya is playing the real thing, that, as you said, we never in fear, very less. Only few people are in fear, but most of 99%, 100%, we don't. That is the way I feel when we live in this materialistic world. So daily praying is more important, and that is very essential, which we don't need to. That is the real thing. I think I felt that I just want to check up with you, Guru. Thank you, Guru. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Very wonderful session, and really we are lucky to discuss about that how to get released from this materialistic world. So so this is the only chanting Maha Mantra, and how the Krishna and is the manifestation of all the demigods and everything, but ultimate is a Krishna. So we should rather to go by direct so that Krishna, rather than these demigods. So it is better to concentrate Lord Krishna, and lucky that in the class and you spread the message of Gita, and it is very much our sincere effort is required to spread the message of Gita, and really I am indebted to you, and now I have to be in other class. Till then, I try to involve myself with the Lord Krishna's class, and you are inculcating in your mind that the spiritual enlightening words by which we can ennoble our life. You sublimate us to that higher level, the transcendental knowledge. You elevate us to that level. So we are away from this mundane and material world because of you. So we are enmeshed and entangled with material world. So only when you are totally in Krishna's class, Lord Krishna, and in surrender ourselves to Lord Krishna and Guruji, we can be away free from all sorts of the material pleasures or material whatever you say, the desires, the lower kind of desire. And it is not like that. We have to concentrate, and we have to much more time, and as much not only in the class, we are in the Gita. With any moment, we should think of whatever you do, our discharge, our duty. Lord Krishna is with us. We should feel and realize, and how important the slokas from generation to generation, common psychology, common sense, that we are lucky to attend this class. Those who are fortunate. So we have to make others also to involve this class, so that we can build a good society, right kind of spiritual. So all will be happy. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya. So we can, by attending this class, we can do that. So really, not only by attending the class is not enough. We have to practically, you have to apply into our life. So Guruji, you have endeavored a lot of hard labor for us, our devotees, to make us to be free from all sorts of material pleasures, get released from that. And we are lucky to have your darshan and classes and everything. Really, I am very fortunate to be in this class. For me, it is a great thing. I was very careless. Now I am getting more and more sincere when the class is at any cost, whatever the engagement may be. As much I will try my best to attend the class, not only attend the class, but also wherever I go, when there is a Gita book or Gita, the word itself Gita, I am very impressed. The Bhagavad Gita, as it is, the Prabhupada has given a lot of things, that references, and at this old age, he has transformed and US such a place, he could venture out this impossible things to possible because of unflinching faith on Lord Krishna. This is a great thing. It's a great inspiration for us. You also, Guruji, you are also a very source of inspiration for us, model before us. You have endeavored all your labor for this class. So thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata naman, naman, naman.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Are you able to hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. I am able to hear you very well. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, wonderful class, Guruji, and no questions basically, but this description of universal form is very good.
Yes, Prabhu.
And we are learning more about it, and the things that are amazing us and the things that are fearful. So we are moving into that, and it's a great knowledge to be heard every day, and to be in Krishna conscious, Guruji. And this universal form is slightly mentioned in Purusha Suktam as well. Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapath. So a little bit of is over there also. So any idea about that, Prabhuji?
I heard about it, Prabhu, but I even know I've not studied that, Prabhu. Maybe because Bhagavad Gita it's very clearly, but I don't have much idea, Prabhu, on that because I have not read. Yes, Prabhu. Whatever
Yes, Prabhu.
sloka you said that I heard about it. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. So
Yes,
yeah,
Prabhu.
so it's mentioned at multiple locations, so that's why. So just wanted to understand if you have more
But
information on.
only here in Bhagavad Gita only you understand it completely, Prabhu. Everything only like the way Arjuna is able to see with his divine eyes and understand in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Wonderful, Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Hare
Krishna.
Hare Ram. Hare. Thank you, Guruji.
Ram. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama.
No question, Guruji. Thank you.
Prabhu. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Your voices sound very good and clear. I think to answer our Mataji's, Brindaji's, Mataji's thing, right? Probably it's a relative noise at her location, Guruji. It happens to myself as well. I used to have few conference calls, parallel calls, Guruji. At the time, it appears it is very low because I'm engaged in other things. And relatively, if you hear the same thing, our Tamil classes happens to me at midnight, around 12 a.m. my time, right? That time it was very crystal clear because other noises are reduced, Guruji. So nothing to worry, Guruji, all there. So we are able to hear you very well,
That's
Guruji.
good.
And then the other thing, you kept insisted, then now I am started realizing it and practicing it, Guruji. I should focus Krishna in everything. Otherwise, whatever I'm doing is meaningless. I can say, Guruji, I want to do charity. I want to do this. I want to do all these things, right? If I take Krishna away from it, it is a useless and waste, Guruji. That is what I need to focus. And that's why I don't these days bother, Guruji, what is Vishwarupa, this, that, and other things and all, Guruji. I completely ignore because let's see, I am boarding a flight, correct? It is A380 or it's Airbus, and there are different Boeing 77. There are different flights, Guruji. I don't really bother about engineering. All I need to do is board the flight safely and remain in Krishna consciousness. The mechanism, engineering, it's all taken care by the people, Guruji. So that's one of the easy shortcut, Guruji. So the moment I board the flight, then started chanting the Maha Mantra, that is sufficient, Guruji. The rest, when time comes, let Krishna slowly unfolds to go into that, Guruji. Earlier, I made that mistake. I wanted to research and analyze why this is, how come, because I am into that, I'm into 10 folds of, the 10 avatars of Krishna, Guruji. It was a wrong order. When you mentioned to me, I was also debating myself, contemplating how come it happens. We studied the Dasavdaram, we watched movies and all. Now Guruji is saying everything is expansion of Krishna. But the moment I realized everything is expansion of Krishna, it's a total transformation, Guruji. Now I'm completely, the fear which was there, which is completely eradicated. I am a fearless soul, Guruji, now because Krishna is with me. I don't have any fear, Guruji, these days. Even last week, I had some discussion with my country MD. I just told him straight off, you're wrong. Go whatever you want. He was a bit upset, but that is my role, Guruji. Year end is coming. We have to meet the target. I did not even bother who is he. I said, you're wrong. This is not going to happen. Then someone control me, tame it down and also. Then after that also, I went to Krishna Bhajan, Guruji. The fear is no longer there because I am on Krishna's path. He is leading me. Whatever happens, it is his will. I'm supposed to do my work, Guruji. That's it, Guruji. And as you rightly said, I don't take Krishna away from my consciousness, Guruji. Like when you drive a car, right? You always look forward. You see that lanes, how it merges or it goes. That's it, Guruji. We don't bother what is passed by near and all, Guruji. I follow the same, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. You're leading us as a light. You're leading as a lighthouse, Guruji, in the ocean. So I'm looking a light from you, Guruji, and Krishna is there with me. I don't even have to bother anything, Guruji. As you rightly said, offer a Krishna Prasad, chant Krishna mantra. That's it, Guruji. The rest is taken care by him because he is the real driver. I'm only mimic, right? I have a steering wheel. I'm only mimicking, but all the force, everything comes from him. I just play like, the children's play the toy car, they sit down and think they are driving, but it is all the real forces. We are in a container. I think the main container is moving. I'm only doing the mimicry, kind of impersonating Guruji. The rest all goes well, Guruji. As I always say, Guruji, I am very happy to be a dust at your feet. And thank you very much for enlightening me, Guruji. I am very happy. I am experiencing Krishna in every breath of my life, Guruji. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Everybody half.
Adiraman Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji, today
Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Today's
Yes,
video
Prabhu.
is not come, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu,
Only
I am
audio.
not able to connect.
Yes, Guruji.
Prabhu,
Yes.
I am on phone only. I am connecting from phone.
Some signals problem. Guruji,
Yes,
today's
Prabhu.
class
Yes,
is very nice class, Guruji. Understanding, well understanding, well explanation. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Wonderful class, Guruji, wonderful.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Good
Krishna.
interaction, good interaction by all the devotees.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. By Krishna's mercy,
Yes.
we are able to study very nicely.
Yeah, but a little confusing, everything getting into the mind, little confused about the soul, body.
Yes,
Hare
yes,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Guruji. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.